in response to the Mob Games announcement, they posted this memo. Hey everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome to another video about the new Poppy Playtime Co game called Project Playtime. Now, I already made one video on this where there was a mysterious letter delivered to my door containing a very disturbing message along with some instructions on how to access files about Project Playtime. But up to this point, no one has been able to figure out how to get into what we believe is an FTP server containing all of the files. But just now, there's been a new leak for Project Playtime that is related to that letter. And in all of my research and detective work, I've uncovered a few other things that I wanted to put into a video, and hopefully together as a community, we can figure this out. So before we get to the new leak, let me show you what I uncovered with my research on this letter. And no, it's not a grave site that we're supposed to dig up. Please don't do anything like that. So if you recall, the Mob Games studio tweeted out like the announcement for Project Playtime. It was here. And if you brighten it up, it shows the IP address, but there's something that I missed that was actually important. And it is this right here, this star inside a box. And as I'll show you in a minute, this is actually a jack-in-the-box, and I believe it has something to do with the game. It may not have anything to do with the clue, unlocking the FTP server, the username, the password, or any of that, but it may have to do with a character or something within this new game. Now, as you remember, Mob Games actually tweeted this out before I brightened it up on Halloween, October 31st, 2022. Now watch this, because this is super cool. If we go to their YouTube channel, there's this video right here, the 1 year celebration of Poppy Playtime right here. Of course, I like the video. Oh, and if you end up enjoying this video, like mine as well. But that was 3 weeks ago on October 12th. That was like almost 3 weeks before the announcement. And there's some information in here. And you guys might have caught it. I actually didn't, because I watched this and I was like, oh yeah, great. They do a little message. It's cute, like a huggy wuggy. And then it did this, right? And then I was like, okay, I'm done, right? I figured it would be like some outro cards and things like that, you know, promoting their other videos and merch. But look at this video here, right? You guys do this on all YouTube videos, or if you don't, I do. The most replayed moment is literally right here on the video. Like, this is nothing, and look at this spike. So I went to it, and if you look, yeah. So right there, it might be difficult to see. Let's see if we can back it up and I can get it. Well, actually, yeah. So right there were like 5 or 6 frames, and you saw a few numbers flash on the screen. Let's see if I can light them up exactly. All right, that's it right there. So you see the outline here. You can see it a little bit better, but you see the outline here and the star, which is what we saw in that poster. We see a 10, right? So let's do this like 31. Okay, I went a little bit far. I should have done that a little bit quicker.
Nope.
Jeez, that's fast. Okay. There. 22. So you saw the 10, 31, 22 star in a box. That is what they did on Halloween. And if you go a little bit further, it actually keeps going and says something right at the end here. There. So right after the 22 and right before it goes to the next video or replays, it says non quid speres, which is Latin for not what you think. So a lot of people were thinking when they saw the 10/31/22, there was discussion about it, that it was going to be another trailer for chapter 3. And I think what they're saying here, it's not what you expect. It's the new game, Project Playtime. Now there's another part of this video that was another Easter egg inside it, not just this part. Based on the YouTube heat map here, nobody really noticed it, okay? So this is the director.
Yeah.
So it actually has to do with this. So yeah, this is the director talking about the launch of Poppy Playtime. Now, you'll notice he's right in front of this drawing here, and there's a point where he switches camera angles, right? And it's a very distinct and deliberate switch, because here he's just moving around, and I think somebody told him, hey, it's not gonna work. The thing that you're trying to show, we really need it to be focused on. And now, if you notice, he's very careful about not putting his shoulders over this right here. You see that? He did it again. Deliberate. Now, look at Mommy Longlegs. She's pointing to her eye, telling us to look. Now, if we zoom out from him so we can just see the whole thing without his face, we get a better look at what she's doing. She's pointing at her eye. Here she's holding up the 10, which I'm not sure that's what she wants us to look at. She's got her eye here telling us to look right here. And right here, we see a star inside of a box or a square. So that's why I think it is a Jack in the Box. This has been here since the 12th of October. That's not something we've ever seen. It may or may not have anything to do with the login, but I think it definitely has something to do with Project Playtime. Also, I do notice that most characters are in here, but for whatever reason, they left Kissy Missy out. And I don't know if that means anything. I feel like it does. The fact that she's not in here anywhere. I mean, we've got Cat B, we've got Bunzo, we've got even PJ Puckabiller, we got Mom, you know, we got them all. But she's not there. And I don't know why. I really don't. Again, with all of this, like everything that they've put into this video that's super important and deliberate about the new game, I feel like that is significant. So now to the new leak. Sorry about going back on all this stuff, but this might be stuff that you never knew or never noticed. So it's right here on Playtime Co.'s Twitter. And in response to the Mob Games announcement, they posted this memo. And it is dated July 20th, 1991. And if you remember, the letter, which I've got right here, was dated July 15th, 1991. So what that means, I think, is that between July 15th and July 20th, this letter got to the person it was supposed to, and that person got in. Now it's 30 years later, and none of us can get in because nobody knows what an FTP server is anymore, it seems like. So let's have a read. Huggy Wuggy says, heads up. Memorandum. To all Playtime Co. employees from the Playtime Co. Information Technology Department. Security notification, date July 20th, 1991. Lately, there have been issues regarding company security that we feel the need to address. While we like to keep it all fun and games at Playtime Co., employee confidentiality is something we take very seriously. Per the NDA rules laid out in Section 3, page 42 of the Playtime Co. Employee Handbook, any breach of confidentiality may result in termination or prosecution. Leaking sensitive secrets to your friends, the press, or authorities ruins the fun for everyone. To ensure that we keep the spirit of honesty and integrity, IT will be doing a thorough sweep of the Playtime Co. computer database. Luckily, this maintenance will be done outside of working hours, so there will be no impact on employee workflow. Nobody cares about your safety and security more than us. And as our great founder, Elliot Ludwig, always said, Playtime Co. is my family, and family looks after one another. Let's not forget that should you see someone breaking rules and putting others at risk, it's your duty to say something. Playtime Co. reserves the right to review and delete any employee files, messages, and emails as the company deems fit. Deliberate attempts to prevent this search may result in disciplinary action. Honesty is the best policy. Employees will be subject to questioning and investigation if appropriate. Rowan stole information technology. And this is, there's a number here and it's page 11. but it's a single page memo. So I feel like this might, this might actually mean something as well. The number 11. So a few things about this memo here. First of all, it's referencing the non-disclosure agreement on section 3, page 42, which is very interesting because the letter that was sent to us was their employee confidentiality agreement or non-disclosure agreement. It was page 1. But what was interesting about it as well is that it belonged to Rowan Stoll. Now, I'm not saying Rowan Stoll wrote that and this, but it's a possibility, or it's just a coincidence. And I don't think that there are any coincidences here. This is planned. So it either is Rowan Stoll on both documents for a reason, or they're trying to throw us off the case and ruin everything. Now, another thing from this letter that stands out to me as someone who knows information technology and computers and databases and servers and things like that, they did say, and I'm assuming that this is this whole like alternate reality game that we're playing here, is that it is accurate. And so if they are doing a sweep of the computer database, they may or probably will find that the employee who sent the letter did access files that they weren't supposed to. That said, if they took those files and transferred them to their own computer or to a file system on an FTP server, their scan of the database won't uncover the location of the files after they're stolen. So 30 years later, they should still be there, and we should still be able to get access to them. And I also feel like here with Playtime Co. is my family, and family looks after one another. Again, this letter, back to the letter. Really, if you haven't watched that video, go back after this one and check it out so you can read the entire text of the letter. But this letter was written by someone unknown to his mother. So again, family, all of it goes together, but how do we get in? And now there's one other thing that I noticed today, and I'm not sure it was like this before, and it actually has to do with the Playtime Co. Twitter account. And I noticed here for following, because I thought that they were only following mob games before, and that may not be true, but check this out. So if you go to their following, I tried to follow them, but it's locked. They're following Stella Graber, whose tweets are protected. She is following, well, we don't know. We can't find out. That is an employee of Poppy Playtime, as we know. Leith Pierre, also head of innovation at Playtime Co. Also, Eddie M.N. Ritterman, head of research at Poppy Playtime Co. And Playtime Co. I think each of them is probably just following Playtime Co. Now, the part that might not be super accurate is if we're going back to 1991, there was no Twitter. But it's still fun, and it's still cool that these are here. I don't know, maybe even their like profile picters, or if we look at their banners, if there's anything in any of these that we could possibly see. Hers is, she doesn't even have a, okay, you can click that one. Her banner, I can't even click. I guess if you don't have one, it's unclickable. But yeah, look, you know what? They did just follow it. I am not going crazy. Look. Joined November 2022. It is November 8th. So these are brand new accounts that Poppy Playtime or Mob Games or Playtime Co. has created for our scavenger hunt. So may want to keep an eye on these guys if they open up or if they tweet. Please let me know on Twitter. Send me an email to my contact address if you guys can find anything out about how to find these files and find this information about Project Playtime, the secret new game from Playtime Co. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys can piece some of it together and help me out. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Playtime Co. leaks. And I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. And of course, Noodle line.